All right, we're out for a little exploring today. So we decided to go see the Mendenhall Glacier. Ta-da! So this is one of the most easily accessible glaciers. So there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
We're doing the Nugget Falls Trail. And Jason found this little sneaky tidbit on all trails that we absolutely wanted to share with you.
Yeah, they called it the beach side trail, beach access side trail, and it's an unmaintained trail, but it's still really nice by trail standards.
And it's still a trail. You're allowed to take this. You're not going off trail by doing this.
Right. And it just goes along the beach, and you get views of the glacier the entire time.
And the falls.
Yeah.
Right there.
So people said the other trail just goes through the trees, and it's really nicely maintained. I think it's probably even paved, but they said it's you just look at other people in the trees the whole time. So
yeah, so this trail, the little beach access, is perfect because you get to look at the glacier the whole time, the falls the whole time, and so far we haven't seen anyone else.
Yeah,
so
that little stream kind of gatekeeps people out because it's you have to step on rocks to get across the stream.
Yeah, not a lot of people want to do that or risk getting their shoes wet. So we've kind of just been wandering around a bit today. After the Mendenhall Glacier, we decided to go grab lunch at Alaska Brewing Co.
We went to their tasting room.
Right, which has food trucks outside. So I got some halibut fish tacos, which are very yummy. You got a pizza.
Margarita pizza.
But the tasting room, we opted to go there because there is a main location down by the water. I was reading reviews that were oh, hey, beware. They're sometimes out of, or they're frequently out of beer, different tastings, if you want to try it all. So we went to the tasting room to avoid that, which we did. But what I found kind of funny once we got there and we looked at the menu is we have actually tried all of their beer.
Yeah, we've been drinking all of them while we've been up here. So there wasn't any big surprises, and it wasn't a big tasting thing where we're oh, we get to try these new beers. It was I've had all of those.
Right, and we like them.
Yeah, and then after that, we made our way here, which we were just kind of driving around. Ray wanted to go to this, behind us is Douglas Island, which is this long island of mountains right across from Juneau. So it's actually confused me a lot trying to drive in here because Juneau is this weird kind of separate city aspect area.
It has 3 distinct areas.
Right.
We've noticed.
And so driving around, I'll get turned around because I'll be we're driving towards mountains, but this is the mountains of Douglas Island, which is just outside of Juneau. But Ray wanted to come out here, so we took a bridge, just drove up the road, and then, I don't know, she saw some other road. We went down and we ended up finding a beach access.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by we've just been wandering today. We've kind of just been going wherever we feel like it. No plan in sight, no specific destinations, but that's actually okay to do that sometimes because look at what we found. This place is gorgeous.
Yeah, check out this. I mean, in the Juneau side, keep going. There's glaciers over here.
Yeah.
That's not even Mendenhall. I don't even know what glacier that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But yeah. So now that's Juneau back there.
And we pretty much have it to ourselves. There's one other couple that came out here with their dogs, but yeah, other than that, we're by ourselves and it's so peaceful and quiet. And there is a cruise ship in town today, so that's why things have been a little busier. So
and we haven't even made it downtown yet.
I know.
Where the city capital and all that is.
That's where we're gonna kind of go poke around after this, but I feel like with our just chill, like relaxed vibe today, it won't be exactly like what we're looking for right now, today. I
Right.
do want to get crab legs before we leave. Now that our Alaska stuff is kind of like wrapping up a bit, I realized like I haven't even had crab legs up here, so I gotta get some of those. And Jason found me a place because he's like that. After driving through downtown Juneau, we wanted to explore the Chicken Ridge Historic District to look at the old homes. However, we found ourselves in a precarious situation as we took a turn down a road that was under construction. We'll chat more about this later in the video, but we wanted to show you the bad with the good, as it's all part of RV life. That was fun.
Fun. Just exploring. Just driving around.
Tired of playing Guess That Smell in your RV? We certainly were, and that's why we created Tank Tune-Up. We created this holding tank treatment with a dual action formula that not only breaks down waste, but eliminates odors. Our formula doesn't have fillers or artificial fragrances that honestly sometimes make the odors worse. Tank Tune-Up is so easy to use, just simply scoop it, rinse it, and forget it. Whether you're hitting the road for a weekend getaway or living the full-time RV lifestyle, Tank Tune-Up makes odors a thing of the past. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get yours today. And if you want to learn more about our product, check out our full video on it. All right, so today we've made it to the other end of Juneau. Thankfully, this one is not as scary in a sense as the other side because we don't have mountain roads to get stuck in. That was not fun. Right. Although Jason took it with a grain of salt. How we got ourselves in that situation was we were going up this road and then another a van was coming down the other way. Yeah. And so Jason was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna turn right because it was such a tight street that there was no way we were gonna be able to get by each other. So he turns right and we go down this little street and then at the end it says road closed. And so we're downhill, so frustrating. And then the van followed us down. So we had watched him do a 25-point turn. Yeah. It's like the Austin Powers.
And then we thought about doing the turn, but I had Ray get out and measure. We have a tape measure of the car. So she measured the distance and it was 24 feet from wall to fence, I guess. Yeah. And our RV is 25 feet.
Yeah, and so we couldn't do the Austin Powers scene of the It's 22 miles like from the main town area of Juneau this way to the other end. So we can officially say we've been from one end of Juneau to the other.
Yeah.
We are moving from the Mendenhall Lake campground to, is it Auke?
Yeah, I'm gonna Auke. So we're gonna say Auke.
We're moving there today because we're taking the ferry to Skagway tomorrow, and so the Auke campground is closer to the ferry terminal than the other one. Honestly, it doesn't make that much of a difference. We're just, I don't know, we just figured we'd do it, we'd move today, because it kind of forces us to like get the camper ready and have it ready to go. By forcing ourselves to move the day before, we're pretty much gonna, you know, park in the campground tonight and then like be ready to go tomorrow morning and not have to do anything.
And like it's literally like a half a mile away, and so
Yeah.
that makes it so much easier than being 5 miles away.
Yeah.
When you're trying to get there, like we have to get there at 5:30 to check in is what they recommend.
Yeah. The Mendenhall Lake campground is probably one of our favorite campgrounds we've been in this whole Alaska trip. It's just, it's so beautiful. The sites are really spaced out, so you have a lot of privacy. It's super clean.
Yeah, you get to choose between, they have like backpacker sites, which are kind of like walk-in tent sites. They have sites that are called tent sites, and they just have no hookups, but you can park an RV in there. Large sites and some beautiful
I don't know what the generator rules would be in that section though, so just keep that in mind.
Right, you'd have to power it yourself. And then there is the RV sites, which have electrical or water or sewer or some combination
full
of them.
hookups.
Yeah.
And if you're brave enough to get a longer rig on the ferry to get over here, there are some really long sites.
Yeah,
like
really nice pull through like view sites.
Yeah, this is big rig friendly. Like there are sites there that will fit a big rig, but obviously if you're looking to do that, I would double and triple check which sites those are, because obviously we don't know that at the top of our head.
Yeah, and you can book it. It's all booked online, reservation.gov website, and they have pictures of each site and like links, so it's pretty well documented.
I think that this campground has better views of the Mendenhall Glacier than the Mendenhall Visitor Center, just because the glacier has a good portion of it from the visitor center. Like the angle you're looking at it, like you're seeing a lot of the debris and the dirt that covers half the glacier, but when you're at the campground looking at it from the other direction, you're getting a lot more of the glacier side.
Yeah, you can kind of see it go up a little bit more.
Yeah, you see it go up. It's very pretty. I personally feel that it's a better view.
Yeah, the other thing about the campground is that they have, you know, Forest Service rangers that patrol. We got a knock on our door because we were 30 minutes late
to check out.
Late for checkout. So the fact that they're on top of it enough to notice when you're 30 minutes late for checkout, they're on top of it for other things, which is
and they were super friendly about it, by the way. Like we told them we were checking into the Auke campground, and they're like, okay, we'll see you over there tonight. Like, because they patrol all the campgrounds. Very nice rangers still though.
Yeah, but that's just another bonus in my mind. So
well, Carmen loved it. She doesn't sound like it, but she loved that campground too. So now we're gonna go on back to downtown Juneau. We're going to Tracy's Crab Shack because it had the highest reviews. So let's go get some crab legs. safe to say that I am in like a crab coma. I very much enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
How were your sliders?
They were, I mean, they were great for sliders.
So we actually went to like the main one. There's Tracy's Crab Shack 1 and 2. So we went to 1 and it was so crowded. Like the line just to like check in was so long.
Yeah, and I would say that one is definitely meant to foster the cruise ship crowd.
Yeah.
It's like literally feet away from the cruise ship, so...
Yeah, and there were 3 in port today when we got to downtown. So we ended up just going to 2, which was totally fine. And I feel that was actually maybe more of the local vibe.
Yeah, there's a lot more parking there. Like if they have a big lot so you can fit, you know, your RV or at least a dually in, you know.
Yeah, so it was definitely more of like either locals or people driving like us, you know, people who had their own mode of transportation. We didn't have to wait at all. So that was so nice because I was starting to get pretty nervous once I saw the first place. I was like, oh no, is the second place going to be just as crowded? Because we did see a few people walking there. So like I know it's walkable, but I just think for like the cruise crowd, it's too far for most.
Yeah, I feel like it's like on the edge of the downtown walkable area, and honestly, like that's a hint. Even if you take a cruise up to Juneau, walk up to Tracy's Crab Shack too, because
way less crowds,
same great crab, better view, I would say even, and way less crowds.
So we made it to our campground. We're going to take Carmen on a little walk, give her dinner. We literally just put out the slide. We're gonna like pack our bag and lay our clothes out and like just get ready for that 5 a.m. wake up call. And this is the longest ferry that we'll be taking. It's 5 hours and 45 minutes?
6:45.
6 hours and 45 minutes. So it's a long ferry.
I'm interested to see how it goes because the thing we really liked about the LeConte ferry is that it had like a
kitchen
where they were like making hot foods where we get like, you know, it's
you
cafeteria
order
food.
breakfast.
I can get a burger or an omelet or bacon and eggs, you know, like it, but that's perfect. When you get on the ferry, it's 7 o'clock or whatever.
Which is funny because the Hubbard is the newer boat, so like the seats and the aesthetic is like very new and pretty. But like lacks a kitchen. But then the LeConte, is that what it was? Is an older boat, so you have like, it obviously looks like an old boat, but then you have like the full kitchen, which is really nice. So there's pros and cons to both. So we're gonna, now that we know that we've been on both these ships and we know we're taking the Hubbard back, we're just gonna like pack more food than we would if we were on the LeConte. Might be saying that wrong. I don't know.
LeConte.
Who knows? Anyway.
Let's get Carmen on her walk and let's get into bed.
Okay.